Okay, so since 2008, over half of the world's population has lived in cities, and in fact now this year, 54% of our population in the world lives in cities. And every decade, 2 more people move into urban populations, which is quite a figure. We had a beautiful clock, but it's not working. So I'm not sure if I'm going to talk for 10 minutes, but if I did, it means that during the course of the talk, we would have over 1,000 more people living in a city by the end of it. So, in 1970, we had 2 mega cities in the world, and I believe that a mega city is a population of over 10 million people. And now this year we have 23 mega cities in the world. So our urban population is growing massively, our cities are growing huge, but at the same time the spaces that we have in our homes are shrinking. So this useful chart here shows you the average new home size around the globe in meters squared. So you can see that our friends in the New World, in Canada, Australia and the United States, are enjoying over 200 square meters in their new homes. But here in Europe, we have a lot less space. In the UK, we're very poor. We have 76 square meters per new home. In Italy, you're not doing much better. You have 81 square meters.
Not bad.
Not bad. And it's believed that every home that's built in Britain has approximately 2 square meters less than we really need, which is approximately the size of a small cloakroom. So, in 2015, the United Nations had a Sustainable Development Programme, and they talked about 17 goals or objectives that they wanted to achieve. But 3 of them are particularly interesting for people who are involved with design. They're talking about good health and well-being, about industry, innovation and infrastructure within our cities, and also about sustainable cities and about our communities. These are obviously topics which should occupy the mind of every designer. And it's interesting to note that by 2030 we're projected to have a huge amount more urban space, and at the moment only 60% of that land has been built, which means that by 2030 40% of the land that will be built in cities is yet to be built. That means it's yet to be designed and created. Okay, so here's another diagram about space. The Royal Institute of British Architecture did a study in 2011, and they talked about the minimum standard for space in new flats. And they talked about having 37 square metres for 1 person, or 50 square metres for 2. And at the moment we're falling quite short of that. So this shows how much space on average we have in different cities. In the UK that's 33 square metres. And again, you can see in Italy that's even less, 31 square metres per person. These are all quite interesting numbers, but I think it's worth remembering that the numbers really represent lifestyles and they represent the way that we're living. It impacts on the needs that we have, it impacts on the needs to have friends around, it impacts on our need to work. We're all working quite flexibly. It means we don't have space for a desk in our home. So just as an example, 3 square metres is the equivalent of a 3-seat sofa and a desk and a chair. That's quite a lot of furniture. 4 square metres is the space that allows you to work from home at a computer in the day and also have extra sofa when you've got friends around in the evening. And the average 3-bedroom home in the UK is 8 square metres short, which means that that's the equivalent of a single bedroom. And it's worth thinking about the fact that in the UK 150,000 children are living in bedrooms that have been made from partitioning 1 room into 2. Okay, so I'm telling you this for a reason. We're absolutely delighted to be here in Milan for the Salone and to be launching once again our Learning Talent Award. And this year, we're asking our entrants to think about our urban spaces. So we know that Made.com appeals in a large part to urban customers. A lot of the people who are buying our products are living, they're the 54% that live in cities. So we're asking this year our entrance to our ETA to think about the needs of these people living in cities. In a large part that's to do with space, and it's easy to think about that as multifunctional furniture, small space furniture, but it's also remembering how we as designers can reflect on the more intangible needs, such as the need for space, the need for reflection, and the need to find alone space within these very small 33 or 31 square metre spaces that we have to live. So I'm taking this opportunity to introduce you to our American Talent Brief for this year and to invite American designers from across Europe to enter the awards for our 4th year. So thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you'll spread the word about our American Talent Award and about our city